The Kaukauna School Board facing community backlash after opting to keep the Riverview Middle School principal on staff.
That decision made despite allegations of sexual misconduct dating back to his time with the Oconto Falls School District. Tristan Kedrick joining us live to tell us more about what happened during Monday night's school board meeting.
Yeah, guys, we're right here in front of Riverview Middle School where Lucas Cromell is the principal. Now, last night, parents were demanding better action while the school was defending their decision. In a letter sent to parents, the superintendent says the allegations date back to 2012 and 2016. Cromell was named the principal of Riverview Middle School in 2021. After a 90-minute closed session yesterday, the Kaukauna School Board decided to keep River at Riverview Middle School. Principal Lucas Cromell is on staff. Cromell was named in a lawsuit tied to the Oconto Falls, alleging inappropriate messages to students and sexually inappropriate comments toward female staff. He has not been criminally charged. Parents urge the board to put him on administrative leave.
The current evidence available does not warrant any action to be taken at this time.
I am not asking the board to determine whether these allegations are true. I am asking to make sure they are properly investigated.
Now, the school board says that there isn't at this time enough evidence for anything to happen, but they said that he passed the screening process. They said he consistently conducted himself in a professional and ethical manner. Now, they said that they declined our interview from us, but they will have a statement later today. Back to you guys in the studio.